Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how to make a website in React.js. So we will be starting from the installation and then we will be making the website. So let us first open our directory over here. So I have a folder called React.js and in this I'm going to create a new project. So let me say open git bash over here, and you can use your cmd also, that's no problem in that. So let us go to Google and tap. So you'll get the first link, your React.js org, and here we will get the command for that. So you can see here npx create react app my app. So just copy that, or you can type it over there, just paste it over here, and instead of this my app give your app name. So I'm going to say demo. Yeah, that's enough. Hit enter. It will take few minutes to install and I'll get back. So you can see here guys, we have successfully installed it. So now let us just, it says here also change drive and it's given here also. So let us just put that command and go inside that folder, cd demo, and now we are in that. So you are just giving the command now npm start and your website will start. Npm start and hit enter. So by the time, let us go to our folder, and here you can see we have created the demo project over here, and let me open with code. So here it is. Let us go to our browser. You can see it has automatically opened localhost 3000. So our website is loaded over here. I'll just close this tab, and this thing you can see it in your code. Here it is inside your src, in your app.js. You can see this thing is over here. Just remove this and say hello world, save, and once you save it will automatically reload over there. You don't have to reload. So you can see it has automatically come over here. So what we are going to do now here is we will be adding a navbar to this first. So let us install first Bootstrap to our project. So go get bootstrap.com, and here you can see you have npm install Bootstrap. So let us just copy this thing and go to your terminal, either here or we will use the project one. Here I'm going to say new terminal, and here we are going to paste it, npm install Bootstrap, hit enter. So it's installing guys, let us give it some time to install. So you can see guys, this command is done. So you can check it in your node modules over here. You will get a folder called Bootstrap. It will be somewhere here. It's over here, Bootstrap dist css, and you have your bootstrap min.css over here. We need to call that in our this folder. I'll just show you. So inside your src, your index.js file is over here. Close the terminal, and here you can see we have called the app. So this app is nothing but this thing. So this thing is being called in the index.js. So here we need to import the bootstrap. So you can say import, and for the path you can directly take it from here itself. Just go to the bootstrap folder, here it is inside dist css and bootstrap min.css. Just right click and say copy relative path, and go to your index.js, paste it over here, and in this you just have to remove the node modules, and here this backslash we just have to convert it to the forward slash. Okay, and this is done. So the JS part also we will just take that from the bootstrap folder. scroll up, JS folder, we will get with the bundle.min.js. Let us say copy relative path and close the file. And here just type import and within single quotes just paste this and remove this node modules folder over here and convert this to the /. Okay, yeah, so it's done. Add the semicolon to these things. Okay, save. Let us just remove these things except the outer div. Here I'll say h2 first react app, save, and let us check the output. So you can go and you can see it's already over here, first react app, which we changed from the app.js file. So we put that thing over here. So let us create the pages now. So inside your src, first create a folder over here saying components, and so inside this folder I'm going to create another folder called pages, because we will have the images also in this, so it will be clear if we name it separately. Say images. Okay, so inside the pages we'll create our home page first. Say home.js, hit enter, and here we are going to say import react from react. This is going to be capital, and here we are going to make it a class. A class home extends component, and component is imported over there. Here say export default home. So here we are going to say render, and inside the render function we are going to return first let me give a div over here. So inside the div say h2 tag and say hello, this is home page, and let us test the bootstrap also over here. So what I'm going to do is I'll create a button over here, and give the class as equal to btn primary, and say bootstrap button, save. And now let me call this thing in the app.js over here. So instead of this thing we are going to say browser router. So let us import the browser router over here. So import browser router. I'm going to give it an alias, so let us say as router. So I'm not going to use it like this, so I'll not be writing browser router every time. We can use as router itself, router, and say switch and the route from react router DOM. So let us say react router DOM. Okay, and don't forget to add the semicolon over here. Inside the return we are going to add the router. So inside the router we are using the switch, so we'll close the switch. Here we are going to use the route, and we are not using the closing tag for this. Instead give a slash over here, and here we are going to give the path. So on the path of home page we need the component home, so we'll import that home over here. Say import and give space between them, home from within single quotes say components, and inside components we are going inside pages and the home. So just save and add a semicolon. So whenever we get this path, this component will be returned. So let us add few more pages over here. So new file, I'm going to say contact.js, hit enter, and the same thing from home.js, just copy and paste and change this from home to contact. So I'm using class over here, you can use function also. So we'll be using function in this page. I'll show you how to use the function also. So in the about.js, this import is going to be the same, just the React, not the component. We are not using component in the function. And here create your function, say function contact, and directly say return, and inside this we are giving the div, say h2, this is about us, save. Okay, and in the app.js, let us give the path for this also, the route, and here this is going to be the contact. So let me say slash contact, and the component is going to be contact. So import the contact like how we have imported the home, right? Say contact. So this is nothing but the class name inside your page. So here you can see this, right? Just copy that and paste it over here, and even this thing is the same thing. So this class name we are importing from this page, so from the contact.js page. So for the about also, just say the same thing, copy that from the about page, and here also we are going to give slash about. So let us check the output. And React router DOM, I think we need to install that separately. So go and open your terminal, say npm install React router DOM, hit enter, and let us wait for it to install. It's installing. So it has been installed, guys. Let us check the output now. Close the terminal over here and refresh. This does not contain export default. Okay, I think we did not give that in the about page where we created the function, right? Here we need to give that export default contact. Save and refresh. And switch is not exported from React router DOM. Oh, this mistake over here, I have misspelled it. Here it's going to be switch. Save and refresh. You have got it over here, and this is the Bootstrap button which we gave. So the Bootstrap is also working good. Let us change the route and check about, and it still says this is home page. Let me give contact. Let us check what's wrong here. So here we need to add the exact keyword over here, say exact, and now it is return the correct URL. I mean, according to the URL, it will return the correct page. So you can see this is contact page. Let us give the home. We are not given any route like that, so the home path is the home page, and for the about, you can see it's the, this is about us. So let us add a navbar over here to navigate. So let us go to get bootstrap and docs, search for navbar. So we are going to take a simple one, and I'll take this. Just click on copy. So let us go to our code, and inside this components we will create an inc folder, new file, it's new folder. So the includes we will keep in the navbar over here, say new file navbar.js, hit enter, and here let us import React from React, and here we'll create the function, say navbar return, and paste your code over here. And one thing in this, guys, you need to change the class to class name in this. So say control H, so you can find and replace. So I'll find class and replace it with class name. So the n is going to be capital. Let's say replace all, and this a tag, guys, it's going to be a link tag in this. So just remove that and say link, and just import it from React router DOM. Okay, and this thing, the href attribute is going to be 2 in React. Okay, so here we are going to the home page, and let us say my website. So here our logo will be, and let us just export this without missing that thing. Export default navbar, and this a tags we need to replace it with the link tag, right? So say link and this href, and let's say control D and select all them. Link to, this will be the home page, so we are linking to the home directory, that is slash, so it will be on the home page. Select about over here, and you can see slash about, and for this thing you're going to say contact us slash contact, and the last one is just remove, we don't require this. Save. Okay, this tag is missing over here, and okay, so it's gone. Export default, I think this spelling I made mistake. Export default navbar. Okay, so it's done. Let us include this in our app.js. So these things, guys, you can see we have switched the route according to the URL. So in everything we need to import that navbar, right? So instead of calling it in every page, before this switch you can directly call that component over here. Say navbar, add a backslash, this closing tag is not required, and let us import that. Say import navbar from, oops, it's going to be within the single quotes, slash, inside the components folder we have the inc folder, and inside that the navbar. Add a semicolon, save, and let us refresh and check our output. Says some issue over here. Okay, it's done. So it was some cache problem, and now when I click on home, we are on home. So about, contact us. Let us just switch these things to the right side. So we have a Bootstrap class for that. Go to your navbar.js, inside this UL, say margin start auto, ms auto, and you can see it will switch over here without refreshing the page. So this is the speciality of React.js. So once you save your file, it will automatically load the website. So you can see we are switching around this. Let us just now create the design for this. So go to your getbootstrap.com and search for slider. So we will take this one. So we have the navigation in this. Say copy and go to your React. Inside the includes, we are going to create a new file called slider.js, and in this, similarly like how we had done for this navbar, right? I'll just copy and paste. So inside this, whatever is there, remove that and copy it from the Get Bootstrap's website. Copy and paste. So we need to add this closing flash over here in the img tag. So add it for all of that, and it's not going to be inside the double quotes. I just missed it over here. Yes, save, and here we are going to change this. It's not going to be navbar over here, it is the slider. And the image, so here in this images folder you can see I have put an image over here, slider.jpg. So let us close that and import it in our slider file. Say import slider from images slash the slider.jpg. Okay, so this link we are not using, right? I'll just remove, copy that slider, and inside of this image source within curly braces, and remove the double quotes, paste it over here, save. In the alt tag, let me give slider1, save, and let us import this in our app.js. We need this only in the index page, right? So we'll not keep that in the about or the contact page. So in our home page we will call it over here, say slider, and import that, import slider from inside the inc slider, save. Copy that and paste it over here. It's done. Let us refresh and check. So go to your output and refresh. Slider has already been declared. Okay, so the function name is also the same, so we'll just change that to slider1, save, and now let us check the output. So refresh, and you can see we have got it over here. So the second image is not there. We will just loop the same image for everything, copy that and paste it over here, paste, paste, and yeah. So alt tag, if you require you can put that, but it's not so mandatory. So for this I'm going to give a height over here, height equal to 400 px, and let us check if it looks good. Refresh, and yeah, this is enough for us. Copy that and paste, paste. Okay, so refresh, and you can see the slider is ready. So the next section we will be making is about our company. So let us go to our code and close the slider, and navbar we're not going to use. Yeah, so this is the home page, right? So remove this bootstrap button. After the slider, I'm going to create a section over here, section, and inside that I'm going to create a div with the class name as container, and row, and then column md12. So this is nothing, guys, this is just bootstrap classes. If you know bootstrap, it will be very easy for you to understand. And here I'm going to say in a h4, say our company, and here we are inside a p tag. We are going to say some dummy content over here, p tag, oops, yeah. So we'll get the content from the lorem ipsum website. Let's say lorem ipsum, just copy this much, close the website and go to our code, paste it over here, refresh. You can see it's over here, but let us add some padding to this. Inside this section I'm going to say class name py3, or let us keep 5, and check the output. Okay, and here I'm going to add a underline over here. So here a div, and here we are going to say the class name is going to be underline, copy the class name and go to your app.css. So this is the default thing, we're not going to touch that, just leave it like that. And here I'm going to say height going to be 4 pixels, width going to be around, let us give 30 pixel, and the color, or the background color you are going to give here, background color keep red, and border radius will give border radius of 4 pixels. Save, and let us check the output, refresh. You can see it's over here. Let us just increase that. So let me give it that in rem, give 5 rem and check the output, refresh. Okay, and it requires some space over here in our home page. Yeah, so after the underline let us give margin bottom 3. Save and refresh. Okay, so it looks good. We can add another paragraph if you need. It will look like something like this. Copy and paste, save, and this section is done. Refresh. Okay, so it looks good over here. Let us go to the next page, that is the our vision and mission. So what we are going to do is we are going to create that as a includes file. So we'll keep it separately and include it over here, because in our about.js also we can use that thing. So instead of repeating that, we will create a separate file and include it. So what we are going to do over here is just include that. So first we'll create that inside the pages. You can directly create it or keep it inside an inc folder. I'm going to say includes, inside includes new file, and say mission vision. Yeah, that's mission vision.js. So I'll give the M as capital. Here we'll just copy it from this thing, the function, control A, C, and paste it over here. Change the function name to mv, control D, and you can select both the things. So here we'll be having two sections. So say the section, this is the main section. Inside that we'll have a container. Let me say div, and the class name to container row, and the call md6. So why 6 this time is because we are dividing the screen into two parts horizontally. I'll show you. It's going to be here h4, say our vision, save. Let's call the underline, or we'll create a new class over here. Say div, and give the class name as sub underline. So it should have some difference, right? So I'm creating another class over here, sub underline. Go to your app.css and paste this, and here we are going to have similar things, but the line will be small and the color will be different. So we'll keep blue color over here, take this thing, yeah, and the width is not going to be 5 rem. Let us keep it as 4. Let us check the output, refresh, and okay, we haven't included that, right? So it's not coming over here. So first let us design it, then we will include it in that page. So copy this thing and paste it again. So column MD6, this time it's our vision, our mission, and there will be a paragraph over here. So p tag, we had the content in the home page, right? We'll just take it from there, copy and paste, and in this sub underline we'll just add the margin bottom 3, so it gives some space between the line and the content. Save. Now let us include this in the home page. So go top and import that first. Import mv from inside the pages folder, right? So where is it? Inside the includes /mv. Save. And here in our after this section we are going to call that. So call the component mv followed by the slash and close that. So now you can just check your output, refresh, and here it is. Let us change the background color for this so we can differentiate between these two. So go to your CSS and say F2, say background color hash F2 thrice. Okay, and in the mv.js for this section we are going to give that color, say class equal to F2. So don't give the slash over here, guys. That is the color code and this is the class name. Refresh. So you can see the background color has changed, and the padding will give for the section, give py5, and so you can see you got the difference. And we'll change the underline color, it's not looking good. Instead of blue, let us keep it as green. It will be some bright color. I'm very bad at choosing colors, so just ignore that. Okay, so yes guys, so this is done. Let us see the last section. We'll go to the code, and in the home.js you can just copy the same thing instead of repeating and wasting time. Copy and paste. So the container row column MD 4, this time we'll have 4, so we'll divide it into 3, and I'm going to say our services. So this is going to be the main thing for the heading, not inside one column, so it's going to be under the main row. So after this, just create another column MD2L. So this is the full width of the screen. So after the column MD2L, we are going to give this heading over here. Say our services. So this is the column MD4, right? Inside this we will have the card. So let us say copy the div and change the class name to card, and the card body, and these things are going to be inside, right? Yeah. Close the div 2 times because I have opened it top over there. Yes. So this content we are not going to keep so much. Just remove one thing and save. This underline, if you need, you can keep, or you can just remove that. Save and refresh. So you can see you got one card. The content is too big, I just make it small. This is going to be h6. Save and refresh. You can see it's over here. Let us add two more cards. So this thing, copy and paste. So it's going to be not our services. Let me say web designing, and here say development and SEO, or you can say digital marketing. And you can see it's over here. If you need, you can change the CSS using CSS, the color, boldness and everything. We'll add a small underline for this. This green color one, we'll use it over here. So where is it? Here. So I'm going to select all those three with using Control D, and I'm going to say sub underline. And for the main thing, you can see this our services. We will add the main underline class. Copy that and paste it over here. It's done. So I'll add some shadow for this card so it looks little good. So card, say shadow, and you can see you got a shadow over here. And if you want, you can keep shadow SM also. So the shadow small. Let us check. You can see the difference. This is very light. So let us keep the shadow itself. Copy that and paste it in all the card. Save, refresh, and yes, it's done, guys. So lastly, we'll add the footer over here. So footer we are going to include in all the pages, right? So we'll keep it inside the INC. So not in this includes, we are keeping it in the outer INC. Okay. So let's say new file called footer.js. Copy the function, same like the navbars. Control A, C, close the file and paste it over here. Remove the content and change the class name. Footer, save. Here let us give a section, and then the container. So I'll just copy it from the main page. So this thing, container row and column MD12, paste. So here instead of column MD12 we will have 4, and say h6 company info, and we'll give a horizontal row over here. And here we'll have some, okay, the backslash is missing, and a p tag over here will fill some data over here. Copy that, not the big one, we'll take the small one which was there in the card. Copy and paste. So the next section we are going to give the quick links. So column MD4, just copy and paste. Here we'll have the quick links. So remove this p tag over here, and hey, it's going to be a div. Inside that div, make it a single line so it looks neat and short. So here we'll be opening a link tag. Close the link and link to, give the home path over here, and the item name will be home. So just copy and paste that. Link about us and contact us, link to the contact page. This will be the about, and it's 3, right? Let us just add one more so it will look complete, and just leave it to home page itself. And here you can say blog or something. Okay, so the next section, copy this and paste. So it's going to be the address, so you can say contact information, this time will not have any link tag over here. Remove it, close the div, and here we are going to say in a p tag, say some address, and say Bengaluru, India. And next we'll have some phone numbers over here, copy and paste. And then one email ID you can keep, say or here the company name, so you can keep as demo itself. Yeah, so save, and let us check the output. Refresh. We have not included it in the home page, right? So it will not be visible. So go to your home page and first import that. First import footer from it is inside the inc folder, right? inc/footer. Save, copy that, and after this section make sure you are inside this outer div, so that is the parent element here, and paste the footer or here with the backslash, with the slash or here. Save. So we have included it over here. Let us check, and here it is. Let us keep the background as dark. So in our footer.js, this section, right, I can give here class name, and there is bootstrap class called bg dark and text white. Save, and the padding is missing, guys. We'll add the padding also here in this section itself. Say py5, so top and bottom it is going to give some margin over here. Okay, and this thing can remove this thing, right? So we have a bootstrap class for that. So the link, give class name as text decoration none. Save, and let us check if it's working. And yes, guys, the underline is gone. So I'll just add that to all the classes, all the link. I'll add that same class, copy and paste. Okay, so it's done. If you need, you can remove this color also. And the same thing, you can just give text white. Save, and got it over here, but it's not looking like clickable, right? So let us leave it blue itself. I'll just say Ctrl Z, and it's all gone. Yes, guys, so it's done. Our home page is ready, and the slider. So let us go to the about page now. So in the about page we'll have one banner over here, small banner. Let us design it. So I'll close the footer, and the home.js also it's done. And in the about.js we'll take it from the home only, that section and all. Instead of wasting time in typing it, I'll just copy it and paste it. And inside the main div, so make sure you have a outer div. Okay, so this will be the your parent element, and paste it here. It's going to be column md 12, not 12. No, it's not going to be anything in this. I'll just remove the container row, just remove everything, and this section you can give bg primary. So this is a bootstrap class, and here I'm going to say h2 and say about us, say py5, py3. Let us check, and we'll make this in center. Py5 itself and say text center. This about, let us give a class name of text white. Save, and it's over here. Let us increase the size, so say h1 itself. It looks little big and bold. Okay, I think the padding is too much. Let us make it py4 itself instead of 5. Yes, this looks good. So next section you can keep the about section like we had kept in the home page, the our company thing. Copy that and paste it over here. Here the section tag, I just forgot to copy that. Where is it? This one. Paste. Say about our company. Okay, and the next thing you can keep the our vision and mission, which we created in a separate folder, this mv.js. So say import mv from, so it is inside the pages includes mv. So we are inside the pages includes the mv. Add a semicolon over here, and after this section we are going to call that component, say mv, and it's closed. Yeah, let us refresh and check. So it's over here, our vision and mission, and the lastly the footer we need to add it over here. So similarly, like how we have given the mv, right? Say import footer from, it is inside the which folder? It is inside the inc folder, right? So I need to go one step back. Inc footer. The footer element will call over here the component and close it over here. So refresh, it's already refreshed and it's done. So you can see this is the home page, the about page, and you can notice the website is not reloading. And we'll go to the contact page now. Let's copy this section and this much, yeah, paste it. So instead of telling this as about us, let us say contact us, and here we are going to give a form, right? So we'll divide this into column md 8 and column md 4. Oops, the shortcuts don't work in React. Copy and paste, column md 4. Here we will add the Google Maps over here. So for that you just need to go to your get Google Maps, and you can give any destination over here. So I'm going to say Mysore Palace, and you can see your share and embed a map. You will get this iframe thing, right? Just copy that and go to your code, paste it over here. You can see the width and height is already given over here, so you just give the width as 100% and the height you can leave it like this. Let us check how is the output. Refresh and go to your contact page. That's wrong. Okay, the style prop, just go and check. Okay, I guess this might be causing the error. Save, and yes, it's done. So you can see the map is ready over here, and this thing we will have the contact form over here. So yeah, remove this p tag, and in this h4 we are going to say contact us, or you can say send your idea with an underline, and here we were going to have a form and input type equal to text, and give a placeholder to this saying enter your name, copy that, and give a label also for this. Label is going to be name. We'll give the class a Bootstrap class, that is form control. I can just copy this and paste it thrice. So name, email, enter your email, and this will be the text area. So save message and remove this thing and say text area. Rows will keep to 3, and columns I think it's not necessary. Remove that, save, and check the output. So got it over here. The class is missing, so give the Bootstrap class to this also. The class name is going to be form equal to, within double quotes, say form control. Save, and yeah, so it's done over here. So just give some spacing to this and a border. So we'll put this in a card. So this send your idea, here we are going to give a card. So just copy and paste the div. This is a card, and the card body, these things are going to be inside the card body, and close the div. Okay, save, and for the card give a shadow over there, a shadow, and in this input type class give margin bottom 3. Copy that, paste, refresh, and it's done. Here we'll give a button and say for here it's going to be button tag, button type equal to submit, and class name going to be btn. You can give primary or anything, at least the primary itself, and width 100, so it will just become btn block, and say submit. You can just check, yeah, it's here. We'll add some margin to this, so it will become equal to this map. Say this card, right? You can say padding top bottom will give 2, so it will equally divide that. Think we're in the wrong place. Inside the card body you require to give that py3, no, py5, and yes, but it's become too big. Now let us keep it as py4 itself. Save and refresh. So it's done. Yeah, this will be good. So contact us, and lastly we'll add the footer over here. So after this section, say the footer, first we'll import it. Import footer from, it is inside the inc slash footer. Copy this thing and paste it. Save and refresh. So it's done. So this thing is stuck to the edge, right? So I need it inside the container, so we'll just add the class over there. So in your navbar, say navbar, and here you have container fluid. Just remove the fluid and it's going to be inside the container. Okay, so it looks good. So now let us go to the home page and our mission vision. It looks good. If you want, you can add different colors to this card one by one also. The slider, the about page, contact us, and here also we have added this, right? So about, contact, home page, it's going to work fine. And this navbar is getting hidden, right? So we'll just stick it to the top. So where is it? Navbar, and here in this you can give sticky top, save. And one more thing I want to change, I want to keep it dark. So you can see the navbar is not getting hidden now, even though you scroll. I want to make the navbar to dark, say navbar dark, bg dark. So what this will do is bj dark will make it dark, and the navbar dark will make the text as light. So you can see it's become white. So that's it in this video, guys. We have seen how to make the React.js website right from the installation. And thank you for watching this video, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you once again.